Megacities are falling, economies are falling, stocks are falling, currencies are falling. It's no wonder our world today is sadder than it's ever been. And I'm not making this sweeping assumption. I'm simply referring to the latest Gallup survey. It has found that the world is unhappier and more stressed than ever before. How did Gallup conclude this? By speaking to adults in 122 countries and asking them about their experiences. 42% of adults said that they were worried, 41% were stressed, 31% were hurting physically, 28% were sad, and 23% were angry. People were also asked about their positive feelings. What did they say? Fewer people said they felt well rested or had experienced a lot of enjoyment or reported smiling or laughing a lot. Fewer people said that they were treated with respect. And only 15% of adults said they did something interesting the day before this interview. Some number crunching and calculation later, Gallup concluded that people are living with uncertainty. Their negative experiences are on the rise, positive experiences are falling. Now, why do you think that's happening? Why are people more stressed and unhappy than ever? Is it because of the Wuhan virus? Well, that's one big factor, yes, but the pandemic hit us in 2020 and the world was relatively positive then. In 2021, the positivity index dropped for the first time in 4 years. So what happened last year? Honestly, it's hard to tell. Could be the prolonged pandemic, could be because more people lost their loved ones in 2021 than 2020 in some parts of the world. Could also be because of what was happening around the world geopolitically. In Myanmar, for example, there was a coup. Israel and Hamas went into an 11-day war. In Afghanistan, the Taliban regained power. Today, Afghanistan is the least positive country in the world. The percentage of Afghans who reported enjoying, smiling or being well rested has dropped to a record low. No surprises there. You see, everything that happens in this world affects how we feel. Whether it's being separated from your child during a lockdown, or struggling to find a job during a pandemic, or trying to pursue your dreams during political conflict, everything impacts your emotions. And these emotions go a long way in affecting your output, your life's outcome, society's mental health, even its progress. My point is, when I say our world today is sadder than it has ever been, it's not something that you can brush aside anymore or dismiss as a first world problem. Unhappy surroundings affect everyone, everywhere in the world. How can we undo that? Can governments and policymakers tackle unhappiness? Well, some have tried. In 2008, Bhutan came up with an idea. It established a Ministry of Happiness. The idea was to measure people's happiness, calculate their well-being, and use that data to frame policies. In 2013, Venezuela followed suit. In 2016, the United Arab Emirates. Today, none of them feature on the list of the happiest countries in the world. You could say in most countries, the Happiness Ministry has been a failed experiment. So what is the secret to ensuring happiness? How can countries make people stress-free? Finland may have some answers. It has been crowned the happiest country for 5 years in a row. Do you know what worked in Finland's favor? Simple things: clean air, crystal clear lakes, a warm culture, low crime rates, prioritizing cooperation over competition, a good education system, universal health care, equal opportunity. Even something as basic as 50-day plus paternal leave. In Finland, a parent is allowed to stay at home till the child is 3 years old, and that too without losing his or her job. Little things like these make people less stressed, and you don't need a happiness ministry to tell you that. Today, uncertainty is at its peak. People don't know whether they will have a job tomorrow, whether they'll be able to feed their family or pay a medical bill. They don't know whether their child is safe at school, if their daughter is safe on the streets, if their elderly parent will get a bed in hospital. It may not be easy for governments to stop wars or coups or the rising energy prices. But ensuring basics like clean air, health care, security during times like these can go a long way. It can make the world a less unhappier place. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.